Here's the plan. I'm reporting back to you how we did. The first year, which ended in September, we have substantially concluded it. We have a conundrum. We have so many things going on in the state, we don't know how to communicate it. Year 2, we have things underway. In year 3, we are struggling with what is the new organization going to look like to keep this going forward. So if anybody has ideas, institutions, it's in the form of a committee, and the committee is mumbling around, which may continue for a while. Here's all the roundtables that are going on in this area. Here's the roundtables around the state. These are small groups. They all have a similar format, and it really works. It started with Dan, probably 12 years ago, and began in Milwaukee, it expanded, and then it went out into the state. And it was an effort, year 1, this plan to expand the roundtables. It works, it's working. Let me share something with you. I was given 90 seconds to explain what servant leadership meant to me at a national presentation. I was being honored with something, so they gave me 90 seconds. Man, but I also appreciate the brevity. But in 90 seconds, I did do it. And the conclusion of the 90 seconds was this, and this is what I'd like to share with you. That this journey of servant leadership, you don't have to call it servant leadership. You can go to the best test. You can go to the other board there that was up before. You can take a picture of that, take it with you. And it shows the difference between servant leadership and a traditional leadership style. And the servant leadership is hot. I can tell you that on this journey, I'm 86. So I've been on this journey inadvertently since I was probably pretty darn young, less than college. When I look back, I was not in charge, but I had to focus. It is very, very rich place to dwell, was my conclusion of the 90 seconds. So I encourage all of you to think in your own terms. You've got to stay on the high ground. You will be challenged coming out of your ears. There will be times when, in the case of a business, we were going to go out of business, but we stayed on the high ground. If we could easily get off the high ground by functioning the way the people we were with was functioning. But I said, no, we're going to stay on the high ground. Well-kept secret. See those stats there? Servant leadership, it's only 93 million. Lead by serving is $1.24 billion. And I will tell you, 5 years ago, that was still a marked area that people were thinking and writing about and teaching. But it has exploded. 1 billion articles, books, and discussions. The other is Wisconsin State Servant Leadership. 94,000 people have been involved in that. There are such rich things going on in Wisconsin. I can't share it with you, mainly because if it gets into the public sector, there are some ugly people that will just come after you tooth and nail and just kind of try to destroy what's going on. It's sensitive, it's in the public area. But I'm telling you, it's worth praying about if you're a prayer person. And if you're not, just give it your positive energy. There is the Scholars Program. That's a wow deal worldwide. It is wow. I don't have time to explain it all. Hopefully next time I'll tell you something that has occurred that's in process right now. Big, very big. The Academy of Management, University of Missouri St. Louis, that PhD program, which is now done. The first group went through in education, putting a thread through servant leadership. These are academics, understanding, writing, lots of them. Can't go through. This I would like to plant with you if you get to a low spot. Every noble life leaves its fiber interwoven forever in the work of the world. That's each one of us. Each one of us. Don't look for that, but know that is what's happening. It's beyond you, it's beyond your lifetime, but it absolutely works. We could have a seminar on that, and I got enough material to give you the proof. Just know it works. And it is beyond us. Whoever said they got the answers. I mean, you can tell me how the Milky Way works, how everything interconnects, bodies, people, nature, and maybe even you think you understand how the universe works. Absolutely silly. Go to the high ground, make sure your heart muscles, heart neurons are connected to these neurons up here. And if they're interacting, or you get somebody to discover that is you'll see their eyes bright up when they finally discover that. And it'll be in some unique way. Just give them a hug. Closing gratitude, Tom.
A poem. Threads. Sometimes you just connect like that. No big thing maybe, but something beyond the usual business stuff. It comes and goes quickly, so you have to pay attention. A change in the eyes when you ask about the family. A pain flickering behind the statistics about a boy and a girl in school, or while seeing them every other Sunday. An older guy talks about his bride, a little affectation after 25 years. A high achiever lasts before you want him to. Someone tells about his wife's job or why she quit working to stay home. An old joker needs another laugh on the way to retirement. A woman says she spends a lot of her salary on a nanny, and a good one's hard to find, but it's worth it because no one is more important than the baby. Listen. Listen. In every office and workplace and community, you hear the threads of love and joy and fear and guilt, the cries for celebration and reassurance, and somehow you know that connecting those threads is what you're supposed to do, and business takes care of itself. Somehow you know that connecting the threads is what you're supposed to do, and business takes care of itself. Thank you to our presenters for laying the groundwork for humility, respect, and reverence, which allows us to create the sacred space where connections are made and lives are changed. Thank you so very much. See you again in the spring for our next conversation on servant leadership.